So I want to share something with you that I just learned, and already I can tell that it's going to change my life because it already changes the way I perceive the obstacles and the tribulations that I go through, the problems. And it's from the book that I'm reading, Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. And this book is talking a lot about how to grow an audience. And one of them is about storytelling. And he talks about how a very good, compelling story is constructed. And he ties it back to all the stories that you see in movies or TV shows. And when I took notes, like I took pages of notes just on this one little topic, what I've understood is that a compelling story is, and I was reading it, I'm like, this sounds very familiar. And what I also realized is that if you're going to, now that we're talking about real life, you and me, if we're going to strive for a very exceptional life, you're going to go through a very similar journey to these stories that Hollywood constructs, right? Now, obviously, it won't be as similar or as detailed like these stories because, these stories are kind of backed by drama and exaggeration to make it even more compelling. But seriously, if you really realize, if you even just analyze already successful people, because of their success, because their life and what they strive for is so exceptional compared to the ordinary people, it's a compelling story in itself alone. And now understanding the points of what makes a story, there's a few things that really resonate with me that kind of like open my eyes. And one of them is literally just talking about conflicts. When you strive for an exceptional life, which makes a compelling story, what makes it compelling is conflicts and the problems. It's inevitable. Because, again, what makes people watch movies, what makes people watch TV shows, it's the conflicts. That's what gets people attached into it and kind of intrigued and makes the story compelling. So if you really want to look at your life as an exceptional life, where it's a compelling story that you can tell later down the line, what makes the whole story is conflict. So that's just another way to look at times where you deal with problems. Because I've been making a lot of videos about this because I think it's a very important topic, because if you're going to strive for an exceptional life, like we said, it's inevitable that you're going to deal with problems. And people have a hard time kind of dealing or overcoming these issues. And that's where a lot of people give up. They don't want to go through the exceptional life path of all the failures and conflicts. There's also a point where it says that you're going to have, the hero is going to have a point of no return. And maybe I've already felt like that, or maybe I've already went through that, or maybe I haven't, and it's just in my head and I'll deal with it, a situation that's actually stronger in the future like that. But really, you're going to have a point of no return where you start off with your main goal, a very broad goal, but then it becomes very specific. And with that goal that's very specific, you have that end goal. Very early along the journey, you're going to have a time where there's no point in return. You can't go back. Or if you go back, that's it, that's all. You can't go back to the goal that you want to achieve. So again, you're probably going to have a similar situation. And just basically this video I want to make is telling you that it's kind of normal, or it's expected. And another last thing is that there's going to be major setbacks. I've already felt like I've dealt with maybe small setbacks, and I know that major setbacks are going to come later down the line. I'm only 20 years old or 21 years old. And these major setbacks are kind of the most important, like the biggest turning point in the whole story, where this major setback might make you feel like all is lost. That it's important. I think what makes the story, or what it literally says, what makes the story is this major setback, that the goal that the hero wants to achieve truly feels impossible. And when I read that, it's like, holy, like I've seriously felt so similar to all of this. Like, and it's, you used to view it as a bad thing, but now having kind of like a rough blueprint kind of makes you take out emotions when you're immersed in your own life and your own problems and your own story, and kind of makes you look at it more in a logical way, where it's like, I kind of have a blueprint like this. Okay, this is happening, then this is going to happen next. This is, so it kind of makes you just kind of have kind of an idea of how life's going to go around, and that kind of relieves a lot of doubt or stress off your shoulder. And then with this major setback where all feels hopeless, then there's a glimmer of light. There's that little hope that the hero or you take. And that's where the good ending happens. When they overcome that major setback, the biggest challenge they've ever faced, and they use that just little hope to overcome it. And again, just understanding this structure, when people feel lost in life, or when people feel lost going through this exceptional journey, now that I understand kind of like a very, very rough blueprint, it kind of gives me some type of direction that kind of makes me feel more better. It makes me feel less stressed, makes me have a bit more hope and guidance, less doubt. And I really want to share this with you because, again, it's just another way to view how these problems, these major setbacks, these point of no returns, all these kind of turning points in your journey or your life are kind of expected when you go through this exceptional journey. Now, not everyone's going to have these turning points, because not everyone goes through the hero's journey. Not everyone is willing to go take that path. People just want the regular life, and majority of people do, and they won't deal with this. But because for years I've already kind of started indulging in this path of an exceptional life, I start to notice some similarities and some kind of common ground of this hero's journey of storytelling. So it's just another thing that kind of helps me, and it's something I literally just learned right now. I just took a bunch of notes, spent like 2 hours taking notes, and I want to share it with you because maybe it really can help you and guide you, and maybe give you more confidence, and maybe make you feel the way I feel right now. Kind of less stress with all the problems and conflicts that I'm going to deal with. Again, I just wanted to end it off with that. Thank you for watching. If, again, you found this video very valuable, please make sure to like, subscribe, share the video. Again, pay it forward. God is watching you. And if you found this valuable, someone else will. So if you kind of help the algorithm by liking or commenting, or even go a step further and share it with other people, it can help other people. And again, that's just paying it forward. That's doing your job as a child of God, or a good human to society. And seriously, I wish you luck on your hero's journey. And that's where, at the end of the journey, that's where I'll see you at the top.